Check 1 2 check.
Check. Welcome back, DDT.
Oh hey Doug, I can hear you.
So,
How's the volume in the headphones?
not bad.
You
Not
want
bad.
higher or
Well,
lower?
maybe a tad higher.
Tad.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, it's good.
We were just discussing whether we did a cast 2 weeks ago or not.
We didn't. We
You
didn't.
think we missed 2 weeks in a row?
Because you were away, or you were doing something, although you can't remember.
Well, we were all away Easter weekend.
Last weekend,
Somebody was sick.
were you sick?
No, that first weekend.
Because you said you were unavailable, and then I told JB, let's just call it, come back in a couple of weeks.
Very strange, but
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Very strange. We'll
Yeah, and JB's not here today.
we'll have to dig back for that one.
Yeah.
I feel you couldn't do it for some reason, though. No way.
No, I was available. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was ready, able, and willing.
But JB didn't want to do it.
No, actually,
Just
I wasn't
to-
willing.
Yeah, you weren't willing.
I wasn't willing.
Yeah, it's too bad.
Yeah.
Would have been good. Okay.
I think I was tired.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I'm not hungover tonight.
Why?
This morning.
Oh, from your Irish whiskey.
My Irish whiskey last night.
That looked nice.
Oh, it's so good.
Straight from Carlow, Ireland.
I only had 2 drinks.
Yeah.
And I was totally hammered. 2 glasses.
You sound like our lovely waitress, Brianna, talking about her adventures.
But I was just at home.
Yeah, well,
I
that's
wasn't
true.
out. She did. I
You're
don't go
just
out.
all by yourself.
I was.
You and the bottle.
Pretty much.
And a sporting event.
Yeah. No.
Not even that.
It was a movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
What'd you watch?
Nope.
Nope. Never heard of it.
No?
No.
Nope.
Nope.
It's called Nope. It's a horror.
Oh, I don't
But I
watch that.
passed out halfway through, or didn't end up watching
You don't
it.
even remember.
No.
Aren't you going to ask me what I have today?
Oh, yeah. What do you have today?
Got lots.
We have a long precast.
Yeah, this is a new thing.
Yeah.
That's fine. Coffee prices.
Yeah.
Jay's on a tear. Are they for real?
Okay.
Duff's pick. Back to a good Duff's pick.
Okay.
Trip to KW last week
Right.
and next week. How times have
Yes.
changed. That's what I've labeled it. Lots to talk about there.
Okay.
KW for the Podbeanskis out there. Kitchener-Waterloo region.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now the 9th largest metropolitan area in the country.
okay.
Amazing.
Wow.
Surprised they don't ask for a NHL team. Be the first NHL team in Southern Ontario.
Well, what's the population?
About 1 million. About
No.
1 million in the surrounding area. Yeah,
Really?
for sure.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Kitchener, Waterloo, Cambridge, Guelph,
Oh.
and then all the towns around.
Right.
It adds up.
Okay. Well, should we get going then?
You didn't catch the first NHL team in Southern Ontario.
I did.
Oh, okay.
I ignored it.
I also have a little note here. Really enjoying the Harvard psychology classes on YouTube.
Okay, we'll have to
And
get
I
into
thought
that.
I could run some scenarios by you as a bit of a test
Okay.
guinea pig.
I'm down.
Fascinating stuff. I'm hooked on this.
Holy jeez, we're at 3 minutes and we still haven't started.
Great bike weather.
Yep.
And I'm sure your ride is still in the living room.
No.
No.
It hasn't been there all winter.
Okay.
Remember?
Has it been on the asphalt yet?
No.
No.
Still in the garage.
Still in the garage.
I don't believe in this beautiful weather
Any
that we're
puddles
having.
that you're throwing matches in to see if it burns?
No, nothing this time.
I haven't looked at the markets in weeks.
Yeah.
Thought we could maybe
Yeah.
go there if we need
Yeah.
to. Excusez-moi. NHL playoffs, does anyone care? That's all I got.
Yeah, okay.
I'm ready.
Well, let's get going.
Let's go.
Warning, this podcast will be an injurious waste of your time. Warning, this podcast will be an injurious waste of your time.
Yeah, good morning. I'll take a medium with 2 sugar and a medium regular, please. Do you know whenever you say "let's go," I can play that exact soundbite in my head.
Oh, yeah?
Even though I don't hear anything, yeah, and I can almost time it perfectly.
Yeah, there you go.
So good morning, DDT.
Good morning.
Welcome
Duff.
back to Scotty's Corner Diner in Bell's Corners, Ontario.
Yeah, it's nice. Not too busy this morning, eh? It's beautiful outside.
It's
I don't
not
know.
too busy.
I'm surprised by that.
Yeah, the Fair
Yeah.
Brianna didn't even have to put the reserve sign up, I don't think. A couple of empty tables.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
maybe
really
she
empty
did.
now. You can see behind you.
That's because
Yeah.
we showed up. That's because you're
there's
facing the door.
Yeah, that's it. We should
I've seen a
switch
few people
positions.
look and then avoid eye
Yeah,
contact.
they came
and
in, saw me, and
turned.
left.
Yeah. Off to the Indian place.
Yeah, I'm actually taking business away from Scotty. Yeah.
He's such a nice guy, though. He just keeps thanking us.
Oh, I know. We keep thanking him.
Oh, man.
He's here today. I see him.
Yeah, I saw Scotty.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe the fine weather is a factor.
You know, I think once they open their patio, that we should be doing the cast from the patio.
Hopefully there's no fires when that happens.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah.
We're
'cause
right
they're
beside,
the,
station number 4.
Yes. Is that number 4? Really?
I don't know.
It would be interesting if it was number 4.
It could be loud when those fellas
Yeah,
roll out
yeah,
exactly. If we're shooting from outside.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah. So I went on a little bike ride this morning.
Okay, you did.
And
we should say we don't have JB here.
JB's not here today.
I apologize.
I apologize as well.
Yeah. I also apologize to the listener for the next little bit that they're going to hear.
Yeah, I apologize on your behalf for
Thank
your
you.
antics, and I apologize for JB missing because
Does anybody care that JB's missing? Really?
A couple people. I care because I'm looking at my list here.
Yeah.
That we went over in the precast, and I'm thinking there are some things there that are easily fact checkable.
Well, he hasn't. I was just going to say that actually.
I think he needs to stay in his lane. Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, like he's supposed to be like our official fact checker.
Yeah, when he's here, he definitely serves a useful purpose.
Exactly.
If he stays in his lane.
Which he hasn't been very good at fact checking lately, in my opinion.
Because he's veering out of his lane.
Right. He'd like to contribute more to what we're talking about.
We got to keep him. We got to keep the muzzle on.
So yeah,
JB, if you're listening, practice the staying in your lane.
Yeah. We kid.
I hate that.
Not really.
I absolutely hate that expression. I don't know.
Really?
Why
Stay in your lane?
Oh, it's so stupid.
God. I
hear it constantly now, and it's misapplied and just annoying.
I agree.
Like, go out of your lane as much as you want, I say.
Well,
unless you're JB.
So I got the company vehicle now, right? And it's got those stupid safety features on them.
Oh, that force you to stay in your lane.
Oh my God, I turned them off.
Yeah.
Because, every time I
You don't like the steering wheel vibrating like crazy? If you don't signal first, does it do shit like that?
No, it doesn't. Well, I'm not sure about that one.
Well, you wouldn't know you turned it off.
I turned it off, yeah. But at one time, I kind of went to the left a bit. And Geez, give me a break.
That's right. Keep your eyes on the road, though.
Well, it was on the road. I don't know why I veered left.
The
The
CRV does that. I hate it.
Oh yeah, you can shut them off though.
And it automatically been doing a lot of long road trips lately down to KW.
Yeah,
and
taking that, not the F-150
You know what? If I want to save $60, we'll take the CRV.
Okay.
That's about the gas savings right there.
You might have to take it this weekend when you go back, right? Because you got stuff to bring back.
So yeah, the F-150 Studio's making that trip. We'll charge my daughter the gas surcharge.
Well, yeah, because your buddy JT raised the price of gas by 15 cents with his.
But I'm talking about the dad gas surcharge of $60, the extra gas money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would she pay it?
Yeah, and he's not my buddy, by the way.
Whose buddy is it? JB's?
I don't know.
Yeah.
See, again, he's not here to fact check and give an answer.
Exactly. He's Teflon, though.
Awful. I was on our Cop Car Coffee Twitter account this morning, in fact, saying
look that up.
Saying a small piece on the topic we're talking about right now. Ooh, looks like I got a comment back.
Oh, yeah? It wasn't me.
It's funny because I voted everywhere in the past, and these guys get on. This guy seems very pro Polyev, blah, 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 going on. And he's running down Trudeau. And I just threw out there, you know what? Oh, no, yeah. No, actually, sorry. I back up.
Yeah.
Trudeau supporter by the sounds of it.
Oh.
Pumping how Canada is a G7 country with the lowest debt and the best this and top one, blah, blah, blah. I always say... I swear to God, we are a resource-rich, filthy rich country.
Yeah.
Thank God we're not flundering with what we have, right?
Is that a word?
Flundering. It is now. JB. No, sorry, JT. I'm thinking flundering. So my simple comment was, all this, indeed, in spite of a poor leader who can't stay out of the news for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if we had. Like, we are doing well, but it sure as hell ain't because of our leadership.
No.
So a few hashtags, hashtag blackface, hashtag groping, hashtag AgaCon, hashtag India costume fiasco, hashtag elbowgate, hashtag gas plant, hashtag Trudeau Foundation. I can't keep going.
Oh my God. Hashtag, did you see?
You could go forever, right? Like you say, Teflon, and he's there.
Yeah.
But it's all in spite of it.
Oh, for sure.
Our success.
Well, I think that guy, the person that responded, got to check more deeply into that GDP lowest debt ratio, and stuff like that. Because
whatever.
I'm not sure if that's 100% correct. Although the Liberals do like to state that every time they get up to a mic.
I'd be surprised,
especially Miss Freeland.
Yeah.
But anyway,
but you know what? Like, on a related topic, like the whole G7 thing is quickly becoming outdated, in my opinion.
Yeah.
G7, G-schmeven.
Yeah.
Like, I would rather look at other countries like Norway. Let's compare ourselves to countries like that are just killing it with their fiscal management and still managing to have crazy social programs and stuff. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
They have the oil reserves there too, right?
It's too bad we didn't have oil.
Yeah, it's too bad.
Yeah.
Tar sands are
it's ridiculous.
Number one.
We could be just as good.
Yeah.
Right. Anyways.
So did you see?
Way off topic here.
I know. I just one more thing on that. Did you see on Twitter JT's so-called debate when he was in? I don't know if he was in Alberta, if it was Edmonton or Calgary. I can't recall.
God. He's still traveling out there, is he?
Yeah. Well, some kid came up to him after. Like the kid, the guy's like maybe.
Are you sure
20,
you want to get into this?
Well, 20 years old.
This sounds like this was something JT actually looked good in, if I'm not mistaken.
Well,
wasn't the kid going on about abortion or something, and JT put him in his place?
Well, he was going on about a bunch of stuff. But here's the thing.
Maybe I only saw the clip where JT looked actually intelligent.
Well, here's the thing. In my opinion, okay, I am HO, my humble opinion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like, he's debating a 20-year-old kid.
Yeah.
That obviously doesn't have a big grasp on everything.
Oh, for sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Which is fine.
There's
like,
lots
he's 20, he's learning.
Yeah.
And it's great that he went up to him and talked to JT.
It's great he got lectured by JT.
But all the Liberals over on Twitter, all the supporters were saying how that was the greatest thing.
Oh,
put him in his place.
So great.
Oh,
random 20-year-old from Red Deer.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
But then I think I read...
it's probably the same one then, yeah.
Yeah. So then I think somebody came out and said, it might have been a plant.
That wouldn't surprise me at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if it was done so well.
Because
it was rehearsed.
Because he stopped to talk to this one person, and that was it.
Out of a crowd.
Talks to one kid that says he supports the PPC.
I'm very jaded on the whole thing. Like, it's disappointing.
Yeah.
Like, I
Kind
can't.
of funny.
And it's sad as well, because I do like politics, or at least I used to. I used to really enjoy, following platforms and learning about candidates and parties and whatnot. And now I really feel dejected. Like, another comment back on Twitter through our account, I do speak on all our behalves. I said, there's a true lack of leadership. We got three clowns. Like, and I know I said some decent things about Polyev recently, but I don't know now. Like, I find all three. My point was, just like in the States, although we're a smaller country, out of almost 40 million people, these are our top three. Like, really?
Right? Exactly.
Like 40 million people.
Exactly.
Why can't we have a rock star that just engages everyone? We've got Singh, Trudeau, and Polyev. Like, good God. You could throw those three in a comedy show, and
I agree. Totally.
Maybe you wouldn't even get a lot of support there.
You're totally right. I think what's deterring people from going, actual smart people from going to politics is the cancel culture that we have today.
Probably.
You know what I mean?
People are worried about. You're
anything
right.
they say, like, look
anything.
At it. Like, the reason why Polyev is still there is because he probably has, like,
he's such a geek.
Well, he's a geek, but
there's nothing in his closet, probably.
Well, he's got thick skin.
Thick skin, yeah.
At least that.
Fair enough.
And JT must have thick skin, and Singh must have thick skin.
Well, JT, no, that's different strategies.
He's got an ego, JT.
Well, there's the thick skin with Polyev, but with JT, what is it that allows him to be Teflon?
Oh, yeah.
Because there are a million things that
I know.
might have had other people long gone by now. Name recognition,
Well,
maybe?
I think I'm going to make a general statement here.
Yeah.
Is that the left tends to cancel people
Yeah.
out, whereas like the right, so-called,
couldn't care less
couldn't
about
care
canceling.
less canceling
So
people.
like everything's fair game.
Yeah.
Right.
So
right.
everybody that's ever been canceled, if you notice,
Is right from left. From the
Exactly,
left.
from the left, yeah.
Pretty much.
Patrick
yeah.
Brown.
Sure.
You know,
He landed well, though. A lot of these
Yeah, I
folks
guess he's
landed
mayor.
strong, eh?
he's a mayor somewhere.
He's a mayor
Is he?
down there somewhere. Brampton, maybe?
Brampton or something. Yeah.
And
It's too bad we
what's
didn't
that
have
other
JB
guy?
here to fact check.
Oh, that would be appropriate. I think it's Brampton. And then you got one of your buddies, Del Duca.
Oh my God.
He landed mayor of Vaughan. Like, what a sweet gig that would
Yeah.
be, eh?
That guy's an idiot.
Well, imagine
In my
the budget
opinion.
you have to work with. When I look at Ottawa, and I think, every, like a simple, small house like I have, and we're paying almost $4,000 a year in taxes, how much we have here, the city of Vaughan must have like 10 times the amount of big houses that we have in Ottawa. Like it's if our Podbeanskis don't understand where Vaughan is, it's a suburb
Toronto
of
now.
North Toronto, north
Yeah.
of the 401,
Yeah.
kind of
My
northwest.
aunt lived there.
It's a nice place.
It's where
home of
Canada's
Canada's Wonderland,
Yeah.
yeah, and the Vaughan Mills Shopping Center.
Yeah.
But just the houses alone, like there's no high density housing in Vaughan.
Yeah.
You're talking a million houses, probably paying
8,000.
8,000 taxes a year.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I wonder what he gets paid. for
Craziness.
that. He could be Canada's richest mayor for all we know.
It could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better than being the provincial leader of the
Liberals.
unofficial Liberal Party.
Which has 2
Good
seats
God, I
in the
wonder-
province.
How come you don't let me get back to my list
Yeah,
here?
yeah. We digressed on that. I just wanted to touch.
So that's what's nice
on
having
that.
JB around. He would be
Yeah.
keeping us on track.
Well, he wouldn't be saying anything right now because he doesn't talk about that
Yeah,
stuff.
he'd
right?
be chipping in and bringing us back, though.
Oh, okay.
So here's an interesting thing I noticed this morning.
Oh, okay.
I know you like your McDo's coffee.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm distracted.
Yeah,
I'm
when you're
watching a
with
weird
Jay's,
soccer game. I don't even know who's
okay.
playing
I thought
up
that
there.
was Jay's highlights.
Looks like a European match. Maybe it's La Liga.
La Liga? Arsenal?
It's GET versus BAR, whoever that is.
Is it
Nice sunny day.
blue shirts and white shirts?
Yeah.
That's all I can see because the
Yeah.
TV's above
and
my
tattooed
head.
arms. What's with the tattoos on
Oh,
these guys?
these soccer guys,
Yeah.
with the tattoos?
Yeah. So, anyways, coffee. I know you like your McDo's. I'm
Yes.
more of a Tim's guy.
Yeah.
And I had a little bit of a bike ride this morning, and it was
Yeah.
so nice out. I actually
for it?
I needed a little bonus coffee even before I came into Scotty's.
Okay.
So I went to McDonald's near our place,
Yeah.
and I ordered from my phone right to the parking spot. I was
Yeah.
on my bike right in the parking spot.
Okay.
I didn't want to go in and leave it just in case,
Yeah.
Medium coffee
Two
at
sugar.
McDo's, that's yours.
Yeah.
Medium
Regular.
regular. How much do you think it cost me?
Nothing.
No, I actually had to pay
Oh,
today.
yeah, $1.90.
Close. It was like $1.82. Okay.
Well, did the price go down?
Well, hang on. You know what? Just to confirm.
Because usually
Maybe
it's
I'll fact check.
192.
No.
192 is
No.
usually.
Here's my receipt.
Yeah.
Holy Jesus! I stand corrected. Well, it was $1.83 plus tax, so
yeah.
$1.92.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you can do the fact checking.
I did the fact
You don't
check.
even need
I
a-
didn't
you don't even
need
need a phone.
No, because I buy the coffee so much.
So
I know
stay
what it
with
is.
me here. I know we've probably lost everyone from Europe, from Europe on this one.
Well, in Europe, you can buy wine at McDonald's.
Oh,
Or
McWine.
beer. Yeah.
McWine.
McBeer.
So I wonder if I can find. You know what? You're gonna have to take my word for it.
Yeah, okay.
It's over $2 from Tim Hortons for a medium coffee.
Oh, is it really?
I guarantee it. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't-
So there's a little
I thought
difference
it was
there.
around the same.
Okay, we gotta find it, eh?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll dig it up while you're blabbing about motorbikes
what do you want me
in
to
the
talk-
basement.
Oh, no, the carbs are in the basement.
Okay, so you're not actually using it,
got
eh?
Well, it's the carbs for the Cafe Racer bike.
Oh.
I've been sitting there taken apart for 3 months now.
Now, so you didn't get out on it in the last week then with all this beautiful weather?
No.
Okay, that's a crying shame.
I know. I've just been too busy. I've got to do some maintenance on the rider, the daily rider.
Okay, because I have seen...
Oh, yeah. I've seen tons of bikes out there.
Okay, you know what? What
Can't
the
find
hell
it,
was
eh?
I thinking? No, I found it.
Oh, you did?
the actual cost of a medium coffee at Tim Hortons is $1.83.
Yeah, they're about the same.
You know what I'm
they're
confusing? It's identical.
Yeah.
So what I'm confusing it with is the
Starbucks.
size of the coffee.
Oh.
Well, I'm not that dumb. Come on.
A medium coffee at Starbucks is $3.
You know what? Because my bias is coming out here. My bias towards McDo's compared to Tim Hortons. That's what's coming out.
Okay.
I'm always ordering large Tim Hortons and medium McDonald's, and then bitching about how expensive McDonald's coffee is. That's what's happening.
It's a large.
That's what's happening. Yeah. Anyways, well, what a waste of time that was.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
That enlightened our listeners, Podbeanskis.
Oh, God. So, long story short, they're identical.
Yeah.
They're in, we've just learned they're in collusion, apparently.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, charging, like the gas stations. How can they charge exactly the same?
Yeah. They call each other.
Surely there must be different.
How much are we charging today?
Yeah, surely there must be different costs.
Maybe we should put in a complaint to the Competition Bureau.
Good Lord.
Eh?
Maybe. But I also think the prices are different from store to store, area to area. I don't think they're all exactly $1.83.
No, they're more expensive.
In different places,
In different places.
Okay.
Where is it that I pay over $2 something?
When you were on your
Might be,
Sudbury?
Yeah, might be.
Trip up north, maybe?
Might be Sudbury. It might be like Sturgeon Falls.
Okay.
Somewhere there.
Because that's an economy of scales thing right there. If it's 20 cents more per coffee, thousands of coffee, that's going to add up.
Well, it probably costs more to get the coffee there because they're more north, right? So the trucking costs are more.
Okay. Okay.
So that's why they charge just over $2.
Must be. And it's all added up.
But yeah, I mean, I've got the McDo's app.
I like the app.
You know?
Yeah.
So I got my rewards yesterday.
Good.
I didn't have to pay for the coffee. Got a free coffee.
Got a free coffee.
It's 2,000 points you need for a medium.
You know what, though? I really enjoyed it up until they got rid of the stickers on the cup.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was double dipping because I had
the
app.
That's
Remember
right,
that?
you were. Yeah.
So it literally was for probably 2 years,
Yeah.
every fourth coffee. That's when I drank a lot of McDonald's coffee because I'm a cheap SOB.
Well, we know that.
We do.
Yeah.
And every fourth coffee, if I ordered it on the app, would have equaled a free coffee.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. Yeah.
Yep.
And now Tim Hortons, good God. That's
With
one
our
thing
app?
I'm not.
Did you roll up the rim? How do
Yeah,
you roll up the rim on an app? Stupid.
You hit a button. It's
Like
like like a slot machine. You don't even have to pull the arm anymore.
It's like,
Just hit
well,
a
it's not
button.
roll up the rim, then.
That's what they call it. I disagree with that too.
Yeah.
You're right.
Like like all our poor suckers that don't have a they want to download the Tim Hortons app on
I
their
got
phone.
the stupid app, and you got to be a nuclear physicist almost to figure out the point scheme.
Well, I would have. Well, yeah, that's the other
It's
part.
a random free coffee. I couldn't tell you when that gets accrued. It's
exactly.
crazy.
So I would have. Well, they said actually they did something this similar to McDo's,
Yeah.
which was after 7 coffees you get a free one.
Yeah,
But how do you figure that out on the app?
But
right?
that's changed now. It's points based somehow. You got to get
Same
X
with
number of
McDo's,
points to get certain treats back. I don't know.
But if like from time to time, especially during roll up the rim days, I would buy a Tim Hortons coffee.
But you won't now because you don't have the
I
app.
don't want the app.
Yeah.
Because I prefer McDonald's coffee.
Yeah. So one thing I did learn.
They lost business.
Well, for sure they did.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of people that just won't do the app thing either. But I learned that, again, linked to KW region here, they have neat news down there. CTV News. They got their own news station.
Oh, so they're a real city now.
They had a little spiel on this man who analyzed the app.
Oh, I think I saw that.
The roll up the rim. What do you remember? Do you recall?
I can't remember exactly what it was.
So he
but I
determined
remember.
an algorithm for the best time to play the stupid game.
Right.
And it friggin' made sense with me because I was on a horrible losing streak. I was hardly ever winning. Because when do you think I would do my roll-ups? When do most people do their roll-up? In the morning. They get their coffee, they're sipping on it, they do the roll-up. Yeah. So anytime between 8 and 11 a.m., forget it. You're competing, because I guess they base the rewards somewhat evenly throughout the day. And if you've got 80% of your customers all rolling up between 8 and 11 a.m., good luck.
Yeah.
So he determined the ideal time was something at like 1:30 in the morning or something. Jesus. And he was statistically...
He's going to buy a coffee at 1:30 in the morning.
Well, you don't have... You buy a coffee whenever you want, but you only do the roll-up at that time. So you can
wait.
bank them, right?
Okay.
So after I learned that, I banked mine, and I would do them in the evening while I was watching sports.
Yeah.
And I was winning a little. Well, I was actually winning a little bit.
You
I went
the,
from nothing to maybe winning a little bit. So
did you win the Tiguan?
All I ever won was coffees.
Okay.
Yeah. The Tiguan. Imagine that. Yeah, I won the Tiguan.
Yeah. Well, you won a car before.
I have won a car before.
So
if the Podbeanskis are paying attention, they've heard that story
exactly.
a few times.
I wouldn't be surprised if you won it again. Won another one again.
I wouldn't mind.
I guess at this time. Right?
I mean, that CRV, I wouldn't mind selling it and getting something else.
Yeah, we got the Tiguan.
I am inquiring about the new Ford electric truck. I've been making more and more inquiries.
Yeah.
But I don't like the sales strategies of the local dealerships at all.
Yeah.
So I went on the Barhaven Ford website, and they're pushing their electric trucks. They got them in stock, blah, blah, blah. So I want to know how much.
They don't
Good
give you
luck
a price.
finding out how much a friggin' F-150 Lightning costs. Is it even possible? Like, how much does it cost?
Probably not.
So they're like, tell us your interest. Like, click here to find out more.
Yeah.
I click there.
Of course.
Name, email,
sales guy
first
call you.
birth, child's name, like millions
Your
of
credit
things.
card number.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
And then if I don't get a text a few days later, oh, hey, Duff, we noticed you're interested in the...
They call you Duff, actually?
Yeah. We noticed you're interested in the F-150 Lightning. Is there a good time to call? No. There is not a good time to call.
No.
I said,
just want
these
a
are my
price.
exact words. I could almost find the text.
Yeah.
Just for fun here.
Yeah.
It's too bad JB
Well, you
wasn't here.
just said.
too
you
bad
probably
JB
just said,
wasn't here.
I want to know the actual price of the vehicle.
Oh, it's a
Because
joke.
they probably ask you what your budget is, like
Okay,
how
here
much
we
can
go.
you pay monthly.
Yeah, it's like, let's see what we can get out of this bugger.
Yeah.
Good morning, Duff. Anthony from Barhaven Ford. Just following up on your interest in the F-150
Anthony.
Lightning and wondering what a good time would be to come and look at some of the units we have on the ground. Okay, that's his wording.
Yeah.
Thanks, Anthony. I really just started the process to find out a price. Very tough to do, LOL. But I am interested.
Yeah.
Do you offer the one-day free test ride like Canada Ford?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Crickets. Like,
Nothing.
not a thing.
They didn't get back to you?
No, this was sent on
Jeez.
Thursday.
Wow.
So, and it even says he's read it Thursday. So he's read it.
But
read
never
it.
respond to you.
He has read it.
Not
and
even like, I'll
nothing.
get back to you.
Nothing. Which tells me, I get it. I mean, it's supply and demand. They probably have, dozens and dozens of people looking and close to buying these trucks. So until he gets more desperate, he's not going to reach out to fringe interest
Well,
people
I mean,
like
this
me.
is why salespeople don't make it in that business,
Maybe.
or
Yeah.
kind of other sales business similar.
At least get
because-
back to me and say something, right?
Well, yeah, like
You know what I would have
could-
done? Even
Yeah.
if I didn't want to, like, the company policy is, don't give the price probably.
Well, that's fine.
But he could have said, you know what, Duff, if you come on in, you're really going to like what you see. We'll take good care of you. Prices range depending on what you want.
Absolutely.
We got the extended
Yeah.
battery, the short range. We got features. We got trim lines. So it's really, really hard to give you a price until I know what you want.
Yeah. That's
Thanks,
all I
Anthony.
have to say.
Thank you,
Hopefully
Anthony.
he gets back to you this week.
Ah,
But, I mean, he should have gotten back to you
Anthony's a
within
busy man, I'm sure.
at least 24.
But I will go.
Whatever.
Canada Ford, their main competition, seems I have a love-hate relationship with that
Yeah,
place.
I know
eh?
you do. I know.
But they are more aggressive, which could be good, and they are really pumping the free one-day test ride. Like,
Okay.
you show up, they'll give you a Lightning to play with for a day, and I bet you it works because I bet you people go back and they say, I want one.
You know what? They should give it to you for at least a couple of days. One day is fine.
I would like to see, how one of
you-
my main things is, you drive it all day, you park it in the laneway. I'm curious what the battery looks like the next morning. Like, does
Exactly.
it keep its charge?
Exactly.
Like, weird things
Something
like
like
that,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They should give it to you for a few days. Really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because how can you can drive it for a day, but like you said, you don't know what.
Oh, in the ideal world, you keep it for a few days and
Yeah.
you use it as you would
Exactly.
and compare, right? But I don't know.
With any car, I think.
With
they
any
should
car,
do that.
that'd be fun.
But I didn't do that when I bought my Impala.
Yeah.
I bought it right online.
You knew a bit going in, though, right?
Yeah, I did. And I had been searching for a while, and
Yeah.
I got the right price. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
Buddy paid for my train rides back and forth.
I
to
remember
Kingston.
that. Yeah, that's good. No, and that's great because
Yeah.
he was an interested seller. Like,
Yeah. I don't know if they made any money on that vehicle. I don't know how much they would have paid for it,
yeah,
but like I paid $20,000.
that's great. Almost new. Looked good.
Yeah, it was like 25,000
Yeah.
kilometers,
Yeah.
2016. I bought it in 2019, so just over 3 years old.
Perfect.
And I know they had to fix some paint
Okay.
on one of the quarter panels at the
Minor
back.
details.
Yeah,
That's
but I mean that
nothing.
would have
Yeah.
cost them some money
Sure.
to do that. Plus, I went down there by train, and then I couldn't pick up the vehicle,
Yeah.
right? Or I didn't go down. Like when they told me about the paint problem,
Yeah.
I had already purchased my non-refundable ticket
Oh, I see.
to go down there.
So you use that
So
against them for sure.
Yeah, I told them, listen, you fix it,
Fix it.
you're going to have to pay this, or else the deal's off.
Deals off.
And he's like, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you
But
would
then
have been out a train ticket.
Yeah, which was like, I don't know, $70 at the time. But then he actually, when I did go down, he actually picked me up at the train station as well.
That's weird.
But after that, they didn't really help me out that much. And they stuck me with some stupid tire warranty, and I wasn't going to argue with
What's
them.
with
It's
you
like,
and buying
whatever.
stuff in Kingston? Remember our road trip in COVID to go grab a couple of fat dirt bikes?
That was you.
That was fun.
That was you.
Yeah, but it involved you.
Yeah, in Kingston. Yeah, true.
Do you want to buy them?
No,
I am trying to sell them.
I know you are. I know.
Yeah, Duff's Vintage.
Yeah.
I got them both started up the other day. I was
Yeah.
quite happy.
Yeah.
One of them's running a little rough.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Won't idle properly. How is that even possible, though? The other one's in perfect shape.
Gas?
Yeah, but why would...
Maybe some bad gas or
It seems to
something?
be the same gas in both.
Yeah, sometimes.
Maybe I flooded it or something.
Yeah, it's possible.
Or even just having the choke at a certain setting over the winter might have allowed more moisture in or not.
Yeah, it's possible, I guess. Yeah.
Anyways,
Maybe let it run for a bit and see if it
Yeah.
works itself out.
I'll give you a deal. Close friends and family.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
well,
I keep saying, you got to branch out more
I've been
more than
selling
JB and
stuff. I have been selling stuff every week for the last month,
Okay.
and it's going well.
Oh, that's good.
And I think I'm very excited to get that garage sale going, which we talked about earlier.
Got to do that myself.
I think because I'm got to finance some of the trips coming up this summer.
Oh, God, yeah.
Don't want to go into debt for those.
No.
Yeah.
So what else
are
you
we
got?
talking about?
What else
yeah,
you got there?
yeah. Do we want to go? Well, how are we doing for time?
Oh, we're only at 30 minutes.
Okay.
32.
Here at Scotty's Corner Diner in
Yeah.
Bell's Corners. I think I would like to share. We'll save the pick for now, and we'll leapfrog over the Jays, who are on quite a tear, and we'll talk about the Harvard psychology course.
Oh, right.
Unbelievable!
I was interested in this one because you're going to test me.
Well, I'm going to run some stuff by you, maybe. So I
Are you
don't know.
taking a course on psychology? What's the
I
background?
am. I'm taking the course. It's just Psychology 101 at Harvard. If you Google
You
it,
got into Harvard. Congratulations.
thank you.
Yeah.
I didn't even have to pay anything. Full ride.
Yeah, full ride.
Full ride when I'm sitting on the can, sitting on the can getting my psychology degree.
Are
I
they
love it.
D1 school?
Oh,
Could you go and sign up for like
They would
go
definitely
try out
be
for
a-
the hockey team or
They would
something?
definitely be a D1 school. Yeah. Ivy League.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That's going to look good on your resume.
Yeah, it could. I'll have to finish the course though. I'm only like 2 lessons in.
Okay.
And you know what? I'm not joking. Like, I actually started taking notes because there was some cool stuff that I couldn't remember.
Yeah, okay.
And I thought I could apply. And anyways,
Yeah.
super fun. And if
Yeah.
you're interested, you just Google psychology courses at Harvard. Not Google, sorry, YouTube. You got to YouTube it
Oh, okay.
because it's a full-on lecture on all of them. They're all on YouTube.
Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah, and I wanted to ask you, like, I get these things pushed at me through social media.
Yeah.
So why this? I have no idea.
I don't know.
Like, why does
You,
Twitter or Instagram
Yeah.
feel I need lessons in psychology out of the blue? And then I guess you hit on it, and then you see a little 30-second clip, and then
Yeah.
you're looking at a 2-minute clip, and then it's like, damn it.
1 hour clip.
Because they'll take you right to the end of some concept, and then that's it. And you're like, well, what happens?
What happens
So then
next?
I find it on YouTube, and I've been watching it. So
Oh, okay.
the
Hit me.
first series was
Hit
the first lecture was just all about this. Oh my God, consequentialist viewpoints on different things. So consequentialist, right?
What is
simple
that?
enough? Consequences. So you make a decision.
I don't know that word.
And then there's a consequence. Or
okay.
Or you make your decision based on what you think the best consequences will be.
Oh, okay.
So the scenarios were really cool. So the first scenario is this.
Yeah.
There's a train
Okay.
going
to
down the
Kingston?
track. There's some sort of
It's
train
going-
off to Kingston,
Yeah.
going down the track. And right
Yeah.
around Sharbot Lake, there's an issue.
Right.
Okay? And you have two choices. There are 5 people on the main track,
Ooh.
and they're all going to die
Oh, okay.
if you don't do anything to avoid this.
Yeah.
Your option is you can actually flip a switch.
So
and
I'm the engineer.
you're
basically.
the engineer, I guess.
Yeah.
Or you just have to imagine that you could be the engineer.
Okay. I always wanted to be a train engineer.
You could flip a switch and send the train onto a siding where you would kill one person.
Oh, okay.
So that's your scenario. Do you let the train continue on the main track
Yeah.
to kill the 5 people who are innocent and have no idea their lives are about to end, potentially? Or do you purposely save those 5 people, put the train onto a sidetrack, and you kill one person?
I'd hate to see that one person die, so I would go with the all 5.
So you would do
Because
nothing.
because you can't. How do you decide?
So you choose to
know what
not
I mean?
make the decision. You are definitely in the minority, but your reasoning is valid. You do not want to be the person that makes the decision
Exactly.
to kill someone.
Yeah.
Wow.
One person.
Fascinating.
Like
So most people would choose to kill one person over 5 people.
I'm going 5.
And that's just because you don't want to make the decision.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. So how about
I mean,
so how about this?
like, why is that one person less important than the other 4?
Well, it's a cumulative effect. So killing one person instead of killing 5 people is better because you've actually saved the lives of 4 more people when you just kill the one solo person.
I know, but for me, it's just like I can't make the decision to. What if that one person has more family than the other one?
If ifs
Might
and
as well
buts,
just kill all 5 of them.
if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. Right?
Never heard that one before.
No?
No.
Oh, that's a big
Where's
one.
that from?
That's an
Is
original.
that a Lanark thing?
I forget where I picked that up.
Must have been
Probably
Lanark.
not Lanark. That's a lot of words strung together at the same time for someone from Lanark. Okay, so how about this quick scenario then?
Yeah.
That same train
Yeah.
is heading down a track,
Okay.
and you are on a bridge right over top of the track,
Okay. Yeah.
and you're right beside a very fat person.
Okay.
And all you have to do is tip this fat person over the bridge onto the track, and that's going to save all the other people we discussed earlier. What do you do?
Oh, that might be a little different.
So most people, let's
probably say
review.
I'm gonna-
Let's review.
What, does it have
Most
to be a fat
people
person? Could it be
are-
a skinny person?
Has to be a fat person.
Why?
That's the scenario.
That was the actual
In
scenario
reviewing,
in the Harvard psychology
100% actual scenario.
discriminating against.
Well, no,
these
because
people.
the professor who has skills beyond us, obviously,
Oh,
is
of course.
getting at stuff. Okay, getting right in there. So the scenario, the original scenario is you don't know anything about the people other than the numbers. 5 people, situation A, 1 person, situation B. Train down the track, don't do nothing. 5 died. Do something. You save 4
Right.
and kill 1.
Right.
Obviously, most people choose.
The one.
Maybe I shouldn't be saying obviously to you because you're actually the one that didn't. You're
Yeah, I've
one of
always-
a few that didn't.
I've always been the black sheep of the family.
Yeah. So imagine most people saying, well, killing 1 person is better than killing 5. And then they're presented
Right.
this other scenario where, again, now you're only killing 1 person. What do you think most people decided
Well,
on?
their fat could be 2.
But do you think
2 people, really.
imagine a huge lecture hall at Harvard where there's 1,000 students and 950 of them said killing 1 person is better than killing 5. Okay.
Yeah.
Then the professor presented pretty much
The
theoretically the same scenario, but in a slightly different way.
Yeah.
Where you could still kill 1 to now save 6. Do you think the majority of the people said absolutely consequentialist view? Let's do the same thing again, or did people change?
Oh, I'm feeling this is a trick question.
I think I'm using too many big words too quickly.
I think
for
so.
You.
You could see my eyes glazing over.
You'd already be falling asleep if
I
this
would
was
be,
your
and
lecture hall.
I mean, I went. So when I was going to Carleton, my buddy was taking psychology. I'd go
Yeah.
into class with him.
And fall asleep, have a nap.
Yeah, we'd just goof off, basically. He didn't like
First
psychology.
year.
But I should have paid attention more. Maybe I would have figured this out.
First year, UW had a really good year for the most part, other than calculus. Physics 101 was around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I think.
Oh, that would have been tough.
It reminded me of a movie theater.
Yeah.
Big, cushy seats.
Yeah.
And
That would have been tough right
lots
after
of
lunch.
Food. Yeah.
Would have
So,
a carb
well, whatever it
overload.
was,
Sleeping.
I was chemically induced into a coma every
sure.
friggin'
Carb coma,
time I
that's
went
it.
in. Every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
And I would fight it, and my head would be bobbing. I'd be out.
Ah.
Every single class.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
Anyways, back to
I would be
Harvard.
the same. Yeah.
Back to Harvard.
Yeah.
Trying to enrich the minds here. So scenario B,
Give
we
me
now
that
have
scenario again.
we have the same train
Yeah.
flying down the tracks
Yeah.
en route to killing either 5 people or 1 person, innocent. We know nothing more about
Yeah.
them. But as an onlooker on top of the bridge, you now have the option of saving all 6 by just tipping over 1 fat guy onto the track, which would disable the train.
Well,
He
how
is
much-
that fat.
How much does he weigh? You're talking fat.
If
how
this
much
makes it easier for you, I will give you a number.
Okay.
400 pounds.
There's no way I'd be able to tip that guy
You
over.
could. No, the railing is rather low.
Doesn't
it's just
matter.
a simple push.
It doesn't matter.
Why are you making this so difficult?
He's like 3 times my weight. It doesn't matter.
I don't think I can teach you this at all.
That's what I'd put my hand up
So most people,
and ask the prof that, like, look at me. Do you think I can tip the guy over?
he's challenging
I'd ask him
people
how much the weight it was.
with their consequentialist views of the world, and he had them switching their minds.
Tipping that guy over might
Yeah.
even kill the engineer.
No,
400 pounds
tipping the
landing
guy
on him.
over. Well, he's going to hit the track and then stop the train.
Yeah, okay.
That's kind of the theory of it all.
Right.
But the point being, people think they know what they know, and they think that the consequentialist view is that's the way they're going to do it. They're
Yeah.
going to save 4 and kill 1, and they're the best, and
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. But then when presented with the same scenario,
Yeah.
where they would physically have to, it would almost feel more like murder.
Yeah.
Murdering this poor guy
Right.
who's a little overweight, whatever, onto the track, but saving 6. It's like their minds couldn't process that.
Well, what
It was
did they
really
say,
cool to
what
see
did
in
they
a
say
video.
they would do?
Half of them changed their mind.
Oh, really?
They felt it was too real. If you're on the train and you're just hitting a button to make the train do something different,
Oh, it's because
that's
they're
very-
standing right next to the person. They can look them in the eye.
yeah, that's very different than
okay, gotcha.
physically
I gotcha.
like murdering, pushing someone over the edge.
Yeah, true.
Anyways, I'm trying to summarize our lecture here.
Yeah.
2 minutes for someone with
Well, it sounds like
with a stubborn view of most things.
It
So-
sounds like the Milgram experiment.
What's that one?
Stanley Milgram.
Never heard of it.
No, really?
And educate me.
Okay, here we go. So, you know how
How
during
fat is he?
He's actually slim.
Okay.
Yeah, he wasn't that fat. But yeah, like try asking a petite woman to push a 400-pound guy. That's why you have to ask the weight. Anyway, we digress.
You wouldn't have lasted long in that lecture.
No, probably not.
You'd have been escorted
would've been
out
up there
by
like,
the bailiff.
How much does he weigh, sir?
There was the last point on that. You
Yeah.
just reminded me. There was this one student, kind of a rapper style guy, comes
Okay.
down. He stood out because Harvard, like, there's very few like black students there,
Jeez.
and then so future the next. Oh, we'll save this one for next
no.
week. Anyways, about
Yeah.
privilege and all this stuff. Anyways, this guy goes down and professors, oh, what's your name? Whatever.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Small talk, and he's like, well, what would you,
Tyrese.
what would you do? What
Yeah.
would you do? And he goes, you got to do what you got to do. And the professor's like, so you're telling us you would have to do what you would have to do.
Right.
This is like, so he's like, he'd push the guy over the bridge.
All right.
He's like, yeah, you got to do what you got to do. It was great. So there was this really cool
That's
mix
funny.
of
Yeah.
education and
Yeah.
humor. And
That's
it
good.
was really good. Okay, back to your
Yeah, so
Scenario.
Stanley Milgram.
Stanley Milgram.
Okay. So in World War II, you know how the German people would go along with what the Nazis were doing.
Sure.
And so...
Based out of fear.
Well...
Most of them, unless they were true believers in the Aryan system.
So he wanted to figure out why people like sheep would do biddings of their leaders and stuff like that.
If you're bringing this back to COVID in Canada, I'm going to lose it. Okay.
I'm not.
Okay.
But it does apply in a way. So anyway, I think it was in the 60s where he wanted to figure out what goes through people's minds
to make them be sheep-like,
to make them be like do something that might hurt another human being, for example.
Yeah, so which they may fundamentally disagree with, but be too scared to not do.
So he set up this experiment, whereby he brought somebody off the street in, and he would have somebody, like he would sit them behind this thing, and then he had an actor on the other side. And were hooked up to electrodes. And he said, and he would say to the person that was off the street, like, you have to do this and you have to hit an electrode. So that would give that other person a shock. Right? And so he found, and I forget, there was a little carrot in there, and I can't remember, like now it's like, I can't remember what it is now, but he found...
Is this what you picked up from auditing your buddy's psychology class?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. But he did find that a lot of people would just go along and give the other person on the other side a shock. And an increasing frequency as they went along as well. So it would be like a very light shock at the beginning, but they would go right up to, a lot of people went right up to the maximum.
Wow.
Now, they weren't actually shocking the other guy.
But
the actor in there was like faking it. But,
but they thought they were.
But they thought they were.
Okay.
Yeah. There was very few people who objected and said, no, I can't do this.
Really?
Yeah.
Most were just fine.
Most were just fine with increasing the intensity of the shock. Some would start out by doing it, but then when the intensity got more, they said, no, I can't go on.
Okay.
But for the most part, the majority of people
were fine
with doing it.
And the ones that weren't, were they studied more thoroughly to see why? Like, what were the results of all this?
I'm not sure in the end if they did that, but that was the experiment that he performed, because he wanted to find out, like, why do people, seemingly just, do things to other human beings when they know it's wrong. You know what I mean?
Clearly no answer.
Yeah, I have to go back and look. That's why if we had JB here for the fact check, he'd probably look that up. He could be
summarizing the whole experiment.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I would love to follow back with that.
Yeah. And
maybe I could I'll update you on week 2 of my course.
Yes, exactly. But look it up. If Podbinsky's out there, look up the Stanley Milgram experiment
Stanley
from the
Milgram.
60s.
I'm going to make a note of that for the summary.
Yeah. Very interesting. And yes, it would sort of relate to
Stanley Milgram.
Why people sort of followed the COVID stuff.
Well, I think it's
But it's not as bad as obviously what they did in
But understanding that kind of psychology.
Yeah.
Probably more so than my jumping off the bridge analysis with the fat guy is all sorts of real world implications.
Oh yeah.
Would you say not?
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of the same thing, the consequentialism.
Yes. It is.
Of the same, it's... Yeah. Well, the consequence is you end up severely hurting this person by shocking them at the maximum.
Yeah.
Or not.
It's almost the opposite in some ways. Like, it's the person choosing to do that.
Yeah.
And he's saying that most people have no problems.
They blindly follow orders.
Pain on others.
Yeah.
But I guess the consequence is their own safety.
There was something in there.
It's something like that.
Yeah, exactly. There was something in there that he told them.
I wonder if there was
they didn't do it.
Yeah, they'd get the shock themselves or something.
That might be it.
Something like that would be very testable.
Yeah.
On a lighter note, Duff got off to the movies last night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
he did.
With
the
fair Stacy, the missus, and dropped off Kid 2 with a couple buddies for his birthday movie. They went and saw Scream.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, I would never see that. Very scary. Looks scary.
What's that? The 50th Scream movie?
I don't know, something like that.
Jesus.
There was another one out I teased the wife with, saying we were going to go see the something about the Pope's. Oh God, what is it?
No idea.
Oh, come on! No, you don't know any of the movies that
No,
are out
I
right
haven't.
now.
No, I don't. I haven't been following.
Pope movie? Will that help?
Yeah. Again, JB missing in action.
The Pope's Exorcist. That's it.
Oh, right. I did hear about that one.
Sweet
Yes.
Jesus.
Yeah. That's another horror, right?
Oh, it's a
I want to go see that,
psychological,
actually. Maybe I'll
crazy movie.
Maybe I'll ask my missus.
But it's got what's his name in it? There, Australian
jeez.
actor
Russell Crowe?
Russell Crowe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Is he the Pope?
I don't remember.
Speaking of a series on popes, did you ever see the HBO's The
Two
Young
Popes?
Pope? And the Two Popes?
I love the Young Pope.
Yeah,
loved it.
It's good.
Yeah. It seemed to dissolve before it reached any sort of conclusion.
Well, it was only one season.
Yeah, I liked it, though.
It was supposed to be only one season.
Okay, that's
But then
it.
they came back with the Two Popes.
Okay.
Yeah, for the next season.
Yeah, I really liked it. Yeah. So, our movie of choice last night was Air.
Air.
The Michael Jordan
Oh.
Nike story.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
How was that?
Air Jordan story of
And the shoe.
Yeah.
His shoes.
And I will say, fantastic.
Oh, yeah?
Like, what a neat show from start to finish.
That's
Yeah.
Ben Affleck and
So you got Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
You've got Matt Damon. And
yeah.
you've got Jason Bateman. Like,
Oh, he's in that too?
He's in that too. The three of them are lights out.
Okay.
Neat, like, kind of.
Who plays Michael Jordan?
So Michael Jordan, his
Inconsequential?
actual inconsequential.
Okay.
It's more about his mom and dad actually, in terms of the family component and getting them to sign on and stuff.
Okay.
But really good background into basically the 80s and sports management and business decisions and stuff. So I guess it was 1984 is when Michael Jordan's college group, whatever, were graduating and starting to sign endorsements. Were big back then. They some of these guys were making more in endorsements than I think in their salary.
Yeah.
Anyways, so
It might be the same today.
it was all about signing these guys up for a brand. And at the time, can you envision who the top sportswear companies were?
Well, definitely Nike. No, Nike probably wouldn't have been one at that time.
Nike was not.
Because
very
they
good.
were up and coming.
They were up and coming.
Yeah, they were up and coming. I would say Adidas probably still.
Adidas. Adidas was number one worldwide.
Yeah, because I remember my
Yeah.
Adidas bag
Yeah.
from back then.
So basically, the
tracksuits.
best athletes were automatically going to Adidas.
Yeah.
They didn't have to do hardly anything, any recruiting.
It came up in the movie about Serena and Venus Williams.
Oh, yeah.
The dad there.
Yeah.
What was the name of that movie?
don't
Anyway,
know.
came up in there because they had offers as well
Okay.
from Nike.
Yeah.
And what was the other one? Was Puma a big one back then?
Puma was mentioned, but they weren't in the running for these big signings.
Right. But anyway.
The other one was Converse.
Oh, yes. Converse. was
So
big back then.
Converse was like the number one U.S. brand.
Right.
Adidas was worldwide. Not solely because of Run DMC's connection.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Of course. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was the kind of the entry into America,
Yeah.
I think, at the time. Anyways,
Yeah.
so nobody thought this up and coming Nike brand had a shot at anyone. Like they had a $250,000 budget to sign the best they could, and they were
That was it?
basically going in. Yeah, that was an 84, not a bad amount of money though.
I suppose.
And they were going to distribute that over 3 or 4 players from like number 10 to 20 or something.
Right.
Like they weren't even really in the running because they were in fact a running shoe company at the time.
Right.
I think everybody that ran or jogged kind of wore Nike sneakers for
okay.
that. Okay.
Nope.
And the take at the time was like black people never ran. So
Okay.
it wasn't even a thing for black athletes to even consider Nike because there weren't a bunch of white guys running around.
Right.
So
That's funny.
Matt Damon, it was mainly about him trying to to pull off this miracle
Right.
and convince the Jordan family to sign with Nike.
Right.
And without spoiling anything, that's
Yeah.
pretty much where I should leave it. But they went from, because, I mean, it's no surprise spoiler. He did sign.
Obviously.
He became the world's richest endorsed athlete by a mile.
Yeah.
So, yeah, obviously we know the end result, and the steps in between we won't fill everything in. But Matt Damon, I forget his name in the show, he convinced everyone to throw all their eggs in one basket. They brought on Michael Jordan, and from that day on, not only did Air Jordans become the basketball shoe, which then became just the general shoe because people were wearing them not just to play basketball. I'm sure we all had a pair. I definitely had a pair back in 1985.
I've got a pair now, but
and they're still buying them, right?
They were expensive back then.
So in 1984,
I got a pair. As an aside,
Yeah.
the reason why I have a pair of Jordans is because they were from my son.
Yeah,
Who would buy them?
didn't like them.
No, after a year, he got the next style out, right?
Oh, geez, okay.
So he's like, paid $300 for
Now,
these.
did it say Air Jordan or Jordan on it anywhere?
It does.
Then there you go. So he gets a cut of that. So this was the most interesting thing I learned out of that whole movie. Up until 1984, Nike sold something like $3 million in shoes. It's either basketball shoes or running shoes. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Okay. After the Jordan signing, they sold over $180 million in shoes.
Wow.
Something the next year.
Wow.
And the kicker behind all this is Michael Jordan's mom pushed to get a cut of every pair of shoes that were ever sold.
Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of a small percentage, which was unheard of before.
Yeah.
They went with it. To this day, we don't know exactly what any of those
his
details are.
percentage, yeah.
But at the very end of the show, when all the kind of cool information comes up, Nike has sold over $4 billion worth of Jordan paraphernalia since then.
Just Jordan.
Just Jordan.
Wow.
And rumor has it that through passive income, we're big fans of that in our investing
Yes, we
show
are.
here.
Yep.
Michael Jordan is earning approximately $400 million in passive income every year.
So they're saying about 10% then.
That's what I was guessing, 10%. 10% off every damn shoe since 1984.
Yeah.
And we're still buying these things for our kids today.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Crazy,
incredible?
Yeah.
Isn't that incredible?
Yeah, it seemed, and that was smart to do that.
Unbelievable.
Right? Because even today,
Yeah.
actors do that for movies.
Yes, sure.
Where they take a cut of the,
And rightly so.
the gross.
So it was cutting edge, this
Yeah.
sort of profit sharing in
Yeah.
1984, which is now probably more commonplace.
yeah.
But Michael Jordan, sitting back wherever he's hanging his
doesn't
hat
have to
these
do
days,
anything.
$400 million.
Crazy.
Just
right?
in that.
Yeah.
Even if the government takes $200 million in taxes,
Well, I was just going to say,
Yeah.
does he pay his fair share?
I'm sure he does. Because who the hell needs more than $200 million, right? Like the
Boy.
guy, he makes a.
I think they
he
should
makes
have
$1 million before he gets up out of bed every morning.
I think he should pay an excess profit tax.
Yeah, eh?
What is define excess profit?
Good God, I can't even fathom. But what a wonderful guy too. Like it just seems all so perfect. Like yeah. So that's Duff's pick.
Well,
right there.
Well, that's a
Air.
good one. Well,
the Nike story of Air Jordan.
It's called the one with Serena is called King.
Okay.
Whatever the dad's name is.
Okay.
But they did this. They did the same thing
Yeah.
in a way. They
They got in and asked for a chunk.
yeah, but in a way they were like Nike came in and offered them like a couple $1 million or something that.
Which sounds great at first,
And
right?
they declined all offers. They declined.
Yeah.
Because they offered her that even before she had played any tournaments. This is the thing that
This is the thing with Jordan too.
Yeah.
Like there was still that little bit of doubt. Like this guy's just a college star.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know if he's going to wash up, bust a knee, whatever.
well, it was like Serena. She was like only 14, 15, maybe 16 years old at the time.
Yeah.
And so they turned them down.
That's crazy.
And in the end, was it Nike? I can't remember. But in the end, somebody came back to them with a $12 or $13 million offer
Wow.
after she had played a couple
Yeah,
tournaments.
yeah,
She
yeah.
went to the finals of a tournament, lost against the world's number one.
Okay, but her value went up.
But her value skyrocketed.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same.
I
same
think it's
deal.
that whole sports management and
Yeah, that's what my daughter is taking at school.
that's fan. It just intrigues me all that. It's amazing. Yeah.
There's a good documentary on HBO about this sort of.
Is this kind of a DDT pick?
Yeah, but I can't even remember what it's called now.
Damn.
But it's really good because
Where is our fact checker when you
Oh
need
my
him?
God! So there's one guy that was. Again, it's about how the college coaches, especially in the basketball,
Yes.
were like offering students money,
Yeah.
even before they signed,
Yeah.
which is frowned upon.
The whole
But
recruiting
there is some loopholes in there.
game. Sure there is.
And they were playing by those loopholes
Okay.
to get them to sign. But it's a very interesting documentary. And one guy that was, so it's really about this one guy that was sort of, he was representing these athletes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they were trying to skirt some issues.
He knew
but
every loophole in
he
the
knew
book.
the loopholes, but
Yeah.
but the feds got in there and were trying to.
Okay.
Yeah, he did end up getting charged with something. I can't remember. Anyway, but
I
it's
don't-
an interesting documentary.
I don't like touting competitors' podcasts too much, but Under the Influence with Terry O'Reilly,
Okay, yeah.
CBC,
Right.
his whole show I listened
That's a
to
great show.
yesterday. Eh?
That's a great
It's
show.
a great show, even
Yeah.
for the CBC.
Yeah.
Was on loopholes,
Okay,
loopholes in
okay.
businesses and
Okay,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you? This was so cool because I remember it. Do you remember again back to the '80s? Maybe that's what this show should have been themed today. Pepsi had a promotion where you get points for Pepsi products you drink.
Okay, yeah.
And if you
Kind of
get
like today.
it's very similar. They're
Yeah.
probably the pioneers in this point
It was before
thing.
their time.
Yeah. So, get a few Pepsis, get enough points, get a free Pepsi, and then it was like get a shirt, get sunglasses, get whatever.
Right.
And at the very end, they had get this jet for
Oh, really?
some ridiculous number of points that they thought was impossible.
Yeah.
Okay. 7 million points.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me
So-
guess. Some dude got it.
Let me guess. So somebody's somebody did the math, right?
Yeah.
Because there was no fine print. There was nothing that said this is a joke. Nothing.
Right.
So this guy did the math and he's like, well, 7 million. He's like, they must have miscalculated that.
Yeah.
Because in fact, they did plan to put 700 million.
Oh.
But then one guy thought that's too big. We need it a bit smaller just so people can understand it at the end of the commercial.
Right.
So like 7. So yeah, let's just go with 7 million. No one's going to do that, right?
Yeah.
This guy did
Some
the
guy did
math and it was like, oh, I'm going to need to have 5 people gathering 1,000 Pepsis a week. I'm going to rent the warehouse. We're going to do this.
Oh, Jesus.
And then we're going to demand this friggin' Lear jet,
Yeah.
which does cost $30 million if you can even find one,
Yeah.
because it's only going to cost me $7 million in Pepsi. Okay? So he got a lawyer. He did the whole damn thing. He called the friggin' Pentagon to say, is it even legal for a private citizen to own a military Learjet? And they said, I don't see why not if you can actually get one.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I'm going to get one because Pepsi said. So
That's funny.
So, yeah, it was a bit of a, yeah.
Well, they also had.
But it was a good story. I don't want to give the spoiler there either. So that's kind of a little bonus pick. Terry O'Reilly's Under the Influence, CBC.
On CBC Radio.
Fantastic.
So they also had this. HBO also had this documentary on. It was called McMillions.
Yes.
Did you see that one?
Yes.
Where these guys were taking advantage of the Monopoly
Fantastic.
game.
Absolutely.
Because there was a little.
we could do a whole friggin' show on
we could,
loopholes with
exactly.
gimmicks and prizes and crap, eh?
Because there was a little thing in the Monopoly game.
Yeah.
That I guess they didn't. They
didn't think
realize.
through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But it was still fraud what the guys were doing.
Okay.
But yeah, so it was.
What was
very-
it though? Getting certain pieces to
Yeah, like they were. But it turned out that. Like it was a bit of a ring, right? But
Okay.
I think it turned out that I think somebody in McDonald's
yeah,
at the
like an inside
where they
job.
were doing the stickers.
Yeah.
Yeah, something. It's been a while since I watched it. My memory for these details is as everybody
Okay.
everybody's sitting at home, Podbean are going, why the hell this guy can't remember anything? I'm waiting for this story and he can't come through with it.
This is all off script, folks.
It is
That's
all off
why.
script. If
You-
I
you
had
remember
known,
the
I would have
list?
prepared for it.
Yeah, you remember the list from the precast.
Oh
We've
God,
we've hit
yeah.
on about
We're
a
on
third
an
of
hour
it.
and 3 minutes.
Yeah,
now.
and we haven't even touched it.
nothing. Yeah.
Well, an hour, eh? Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should wrap it up.
Okay.
I'm getting texted here by the family about
when are you coming
tennis
home?
and picking up ice cream cakes and.
When are you coming home? What are you
There
picking
goes
up?
my free time.
Yeah, no kidding.
I was thinking of going to Canadian Tire and
I got a text
browsing.
saying that my son wants to go shopping.
There you go. I got one saying
the
mine
heck's
wants
that?
to go play tennis.
Yeah.
And can you pick up the cake?
What are you getting ice cream cake for? Somebody's birthday?
K2's birthday.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's
yeah,
right.
that's why
you
brought
already
the,
wished him happy birthday.
I did, yeah.
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 And you
good.
forgot.
How old is he now? 16?
16. Can
Wow,
you believe
right?
it?
Jeez,
That's
crazy.
ridiculous.
Yeah. I know. My youngest is going to be 14 coming up.
Wow.
Next month.
You know what, though? This year, these are big birthdays this year based on the BS we've been through for the last 3
Yes.
years.
Yeah.
Like, our kids have missed out on some birthdays
Yeah.
the last few years.
Yeah, he's been bugging me to go shopping for shoes for him. He needs
Okay.
a new pair, I guess.
Some Air Jordans.
God, no. Actually, you know what? I wonder if they'll fit him.
Does he wear Vans, just out of curiosity?
No, he doesn't.
God, I love Vans.
Yeah.
I was going to suggest the Vans.
Reeboks. He likes Reeboks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bit of a tennis star.
I was going to say that's
Andre
probably one
Agassi
of the
fan.
ones. Yeah, probably one of the brand names back in the day in the 80s.
You know what? You're right.
Reebok.
Yeah.
I think it was Reebok
They kind of just made fun of a few fringe companies like that.
Right.
Puma. Did you say Puma
I
earlier?
did say Puma,
Puma and another one they made fun of. But they were actually very catchy because they were 4-letter brands, names. And I guess that's why they went with Nike. Nike was originally going to be called something else. I forget what
There is a meaning to Nike, and I forget what it is. It is now, but again.
It's the goddess of victory
Yes,
or something
like that, yeah.
something weird.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyways, most people think it's Nikki.
Really?
They think it's
I
Nikki.
never heard that before.
Oh, really? In the movie,
Yeah.
some of the employees even thought it was Nikki before they learned how
Well, it's
to
got
pronounce
an
it.
E at the end, so it's I,
Nikki.
right?
I
Like
don't
whenever
know.
you have an E at the end of a word,
Yeah.
usually the
Sounds like an I.
right,
Yeah.
or an E,
Yeah.
or an A.
All depends.
Stupid people.
Anywho.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no, that's all good. Let's save some of this really cool
Well, you're not here
content.
next week, so
I don't think I can do next Sunday for sure.
yeah, because you're heading to KW.
If we ever thought Saturday was an option, I'm a maybe.
Oh, I'm good. I could be good
Okay.
Saturday. Yeah.
I'm an
Yeah,
option
let's
for
talk
Saturday.
to JB then.
Yeah,
if
let's-
not, you and I can
Yeah.
pick up the slack
You know
again.
what? We used to do a few
We
of
did
these on the
Saturdays.
random Thursday night sort of thing.
Yeah, that's
too.
true. Yeah, we could do that too. Oh, Thursday I can't.
No, I'm just saying
But,
random.
Yeah, I think I have a banquet to go to.
A banquet.
Yeah.
Really?
For SGHA.
Oh, God.
Yeah. The team banquets.
Do you have to do a speech as the president?
I did. I'm not the president.
Oh, I thought you already lost that job. Demoted. What are you now?
I never had that job.
Oh, I thought you were the president.
No, a convener.
Convener of.
Yeah.
Well,
SGHA.
convener's higher than the president.
No, it's not.
Oh.
President's high is the
Okay.
top dog.
So you're the convener.
I'm the convener, but I did make a speech the other night.
Assistant to the assistant convener.
I did one last week. I did have to read out the origins of the SGHA, formerly Goulburn Girls Hockey Association,
Oh, God.
about the founder and all that,
That
stuff.
sounds horrible.
Yeah.
Huh. So what's a bank? Like all the players go?
The players go
kids
team
never-
banquets. Team banquets. So it's for
our
teams.
kids never did
individual
stuff like
teams.
that in Canada.
No, but they're doing it for. They were going to have one big banquet, but then there was like, oh, we'll just do the team banquet. So I got to go tomorrow night, and then Thursday.
So every team is having
Every
a
team,
banquet?
yeah. But you're all the competitive teams. I think no.
God, there must
I
be
think the house
20 of
teams
those.
too. Yeah. No,
You have
there's
to
not
go
a
to
lot.
every one?
Yeah, I'm going.
Are you like a dignitary? Did they clap when you arrive?
No, they don't know
Oh,
who I
okay.
am.
They don't know who you are.
They have no clue.
But you wear your nice big coat.
No, because it's warm out.
Ah, right. Golf
Yeah,
shirt.
they have no clue who I am.
That's too funny.
I go. I said, I'm the convener for SGHA. You might have seen me around the rink, but probably not because I don't go that often.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Did you get free food?
No, I had
Like
to pay for
like
it.
Yasser Nakvi showing up everywhere?
Jesus, this week's going to be expensive.
Yeah. You have to buy it yourself?
Yeah. I
Oh,
thought
is
the
that like at a
association was
restaurant
gonna-
or something?
It was at Moose McGuire's.
Oh, you shouldn't have to pay.
I don't
Who's
know.
McGuire's? Where's that?
That's on Hazeldean.
That's the one on top of the
Yeah.
old Greco.
Yes.
Okay,
And I got
okay.
to say that, well, they weren't happy with the service last week. But the service the week before was
Oh.
apparently really good.
So it's touch and go.
Touch and go.
Interesting. At Moose McGuire's.
Yeah. Anyway,
Well, good luck with all that.
yeah, thanks.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I need to figure out what the Stanley Milgram scenario is.
Yes.
Over
Look
the
that
next
up.
little while.
Yep.
I look forward to
Absolutely.
that.
Yep.
I'll continue with my Harvard education.
Yep. Yeah, I want to
Lesson
hear about
2.
that, how that's going. Keep us up to date.
And we'll talk. Hopefully, the Jays keep winning games. We'll have more
Rolling
to
on.
talk about.
Yep.
And NHL playoffs. Who cares?
Right. That's all we got to say about
Okay.
that. Yeah. That's
Well-
all. That's what you wanted to talk about, but who cares?
I don't even want to.
Yeah.
So that's
Sens are not in it, so it doesn't matter anymore. Although I'd like to see the Oilers.
God bless our Sens. I think I'll go
do
for
well.
Winnipeg.
I'm going to go for the Oilers, I think.
Okay.
I like Connor McDavid.
That's Cop Car Coffee.
Wow.
Yeah, see, we
We
could,
missed a lot, eh? Because
That's fine. You know
we
what?
hadn't been together in 2
Had
weeks.
a lot of
and-
fun talking about
Yeah.
that psychology stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
that
glad
was-
I'm glad you contributed.
Yeah.
You weren't just
Well,
sitting there
making
listening,
decisions.
being confused.
Yeah. I was confused.
Yeah, we'll save I still say a sports-focused show someday.
Yeah.
April is far from the dullest month in sports.
We'll do one sports, we'll
Yeah.
do psychology, and we'll do
Yeah.
investing.
specific. You mean all in one? Not all in one.
No, like specific shows.
episodes.
Yeah.
Even if we
should do
chopped
that.
it down.
Yeah.
Even if we chopped it down, like 35, 40 minutes per show.
Yeah. Well, we had a 3-minute intro. Now we have a 3-minute extra.
Yeah, we just keep talking. Even if we're talking, you should just drown us
Just
out.
start
as we go.
fading us
Drown
out?
us, fading us.
Yeah, that's faded.